not even mad at the female. I just know him as a person against our son. It's demonic, bro. It's demonic, bro. It's demonic, bro. Like, he's so disrespectful when it comes to our son. It's disgusting, bro. And you know, oh, I'm answering the phone. I'm saying I love you. I'm gonna be honest, bro. That's out of fear. It's cool. I got my people looking into it. I don't know who's going to take it. Is that?
Excuse me, sir. What are you guys arresting her for?
A whole other charge.
A warrant out for what?
Sorry?
A warrant for what, sir?
There's a warrant for her. Right. You gonna record me the whole way?
The whole way, beautiful.
Why?
You're a big star.
Blueface is releasing bombshells from behind bars. And guess what? The drama never stops because even jail bars can't stop him from generating pure pandemonium. Chrisean Rock may have been arrested for child endangerment as a result of his purported CPS complaint on her. Yes, miss, Blueface saw a jail cell as the perfect place to completely flip the script and reveal Chrisean in the most absurd way possible. As the situation heats up, he's stating, Chrisean is the true source of their kid Junior's potential medical problems, and people are finally starting to consider the possibility that he is not just talking his head. Fans have been silently pointing out that something seemed a little off in the baby's videos for months, but Chrisean would always defend him and accuse those who stated they were wishing on her child of being haters. All 9 were barred from posting questions online without fear of retaliation, although Blueface has been. For a while now, he has been trying to sound the alarm, and this time, he is reportedly doing more than just talking. The problem with Chrisean is that she gets agitated, but never truly explains what's happening anytime someone brings up Junior or his health. Though they never truly respond, they always despise him or don't understand what he's talking about, which makes others feel. She talked about how Blueface always brings up their son during disputes when she went live on Instagram a few days ago. This time, though, was different because Blueface apparently picked up the prison phone and started reporting her right away after she showed off her new mystery man. Yes, a brand new boyfriend, online. Let's be honest, Blueface finds it unbearable that Chrisean would move on. Each time she flirts online or posts a new person, he spirals out of control. It was allegedly more than jealousy. It was a strategy. There have been claims of maltreatment, according to Blueface's report, including that Chrisean has not been giving their son medical attention, even though the boy may already be having developmental issues. He also asserts that he has proof that she has routinely put her dating and social media requirements ahead of her infant's needs and missed important appointments. Those with knowledge of the situation said CPS might be treating it seriously this time. Some reports claim that they have already retrieved data and are looking through it all, including online video. Mr. Chrisean hasn't said anything yet, but she's been hinting that she's just trying to keep her peace and that other people are doing too much. But the internet doesn't think she's real. No shows, and even the way Junior has been popping up in her life. Despite Blueface's current incarceration, he continues to manipulate things, and if this question is sincere, things might rapidly become ugly.
You look pretty! That's your boo. I got boo in the video. Period, boo. It's a video, period.
When the video was released, we knew that Blueface would begin to emerge from prison, and he truly did not disappoint. Furthermore, he married Chrisean in a jailhouse wedding-style ceremony in December, but he still found time to cheat by posting a video of one of his side women when they were married.
So, my name is Amani, and me and Blue been locked in since 2016, 17, and we met at work. We were shooting together, and we fell in love. No, nah, but for real, like, we just kept looking at each other, kept making eye contact, and then we exchanged contacts, and we was chopping it up for a cool minute. And then I came over, chefed it up, made some steak, mashed potatoes, asparagus, ate it up. And of course I came with dessert that ate the up. And then, yeah, we took a bath, cleaned our stuff up, a bubble bath with bath bombs, you know. It was 5-star setup. And then, yeah, history since then.
According to reports, Blueface lost it when Kian tried to move on after sharing a picture of her new lover online, and once again included their child, Junior, in the dispute. Then he lost it, despite the fact that he was out there entertaining other women.
Stan, like, why are you doing this to our son? Like, all right, remember the last year, 2 years ago, he dropped a diss, I dropped a diss, he posted my son on Twitter. He just can't handle when I put my foot down, bro. Paige, it was like one of these girls. She mentioned my son, right? He posts it on his story. I'm not even mad at the female. I just know him as a person against our son. It's demonic, bro. It's demonic, bro. It's demonic, bro. Like, he's so disrespectful when it comes to our son. It's disgusting, bro. Yeah, I love him. I'm riding for him. But I know his character traits, bro. I know his patterns, bro. As soon as we beef, he hurt our kid, and it's so evil. So I need y'all to just let him know our son is off limits while we're not seeing eye to eye. Please.
Christian asserts that he retaliated against her by using their child, proving his recklessness, petty nature, and cruelty in ways that are hard to justify. But let's be honest, Blueface's attitude toward Junior is nothing new. It goes all the way back to when Christian first told him she was pregnant, and he offered no assistance. He even denied that the baby was his. Hours after she made the world aware of the news, he hurried to social media and replied to every question by tweeting, "Yes, me." And Rock have officially wrapped up their project. It's all business. I gave it a shot, but she was seeing someone else who wasn't my baby Rock until she declared she was expecting. Before he set the internet on fire and I saw a DNA test that proved it wasn't a blue-faced baby, she had dated 10 men in the past year. But when it came to the kid, Christine ultimately decided to break up with him. Of course, things soon became chaotic, with disputes happening all the time and individuals putting on wedding rings and love songs one minute and then the next. Junior is Blueface's biological son, according to the findings of a DNA test she had taken to dispel the rumors. Even after the DNA test revealed the truth, Blueface hasn't continuously shown the baby love. Instead, he has been using Junior as a pawn in his conflict with Chrisean, and now he's turning the drama up from behind prison walls. Everything he said was meaningless because the facts were more significant than his tweets.
What?
It says the alleged father is not excluded as the biological father of the fetus.
Let me hear the father. Babe, that's me, your father.
Is not
You the father.
Oh, that's what that means?
Yeah, you be a kid, you a weird ass. What? You don't want it to be a. You're
I'm saying,
so
are you sure?
weird.
You didn't even read the paper.
You call me dumb, but you the slow one.
It says the alleged father is not. Why they write it like this though? They could have just been like more player.
Yeah, but they.
Let's now talk about what transpired when Blueface found out he was the baby's biological father. Instead of assuming responsibility and handling his affairs like a responsible adult, he merely made things worse. Blueface didn't even blink when it was revealed that he was the child's father. You would think that this would have been a wake-up call, that maybe he would have gathered himself and attempted to be there for his child. Indeed, it seems that the news simply served to increase his irrationality, making him even more rash and callous as soon as the findings were made public. He went all out and made it clear that he didn't want to be part of that child's life. Not now, not ever. Responsibility didn't vow to do better or show love for that child. He was sending her chilly Christian texts in the background, telling her quite frankly that having the kid would ruin her life. "I am not going to change who I am. I will continue to cheat," he added, adding that one of the texts said, "You don't want to be tied down with a baby while I'm out with other girls." Imagine that while she is pregnant with his child, this man tells her not to expect anything. Not loyalty, support, or even honesty. When she revealed that she would keep the baby anyhow, he lost it and posted a messy thread on Twitter that left everyone in disbelief. He claimed he refused to pay support because he had told her from the beginning that he didn't want the baby and that she was forcing it on him. "I told her I didn't want any baby. She was trying to play me. Don't fall for it." He even told the internet that he was ready to brace himself because he already knew she wouldn't listen. But even after that baby was born and the world saw him holding his son Blueface, he still wasn't claiming that child with any pride. He started by saying the DNA test fell off, acting as though something was wrong with the whole situation and that she still had time to end it. For example, "I only got 2 kids with 1 baby mama. That's it. That test didn't seem right. I wasn't even in control of it. Something felt weird from the jump. I'm not going to contribute anything more until I have evidence." At one point he said, "Until then, I'm free," blaming another male for the baby's resemblance to him rather than Blueface, which just made my entire year. However, as time went on, things became even more convoluted, and little Junior started too. The baby's development and health became a hot topic, not only because of online rumors, but also because real people were genuinely concerned that the child didn't grow up like other babies his age. As his fan base grew, they noticed something that was inevitable. He wasn't developing like other babies his age. Blueface continued to cause drama online and use the baby as a way to mock Chrisean. He's the one who finds himself in the middle of an unending back and forth between 2 parents who can't agree when there were rumors that Junior might be having developmental issues. Blueface not only jumped on that bandwagon without hesitation, but he did so in an unhelpful way as well, using the situation to publicly criticize Chrisean, pointing fingers, and sharing personal information without any filter. He went straight to Twitter and put Chrisean on. He accused her of misbehaving during her pregnancy, saying, "You really think I can't take custody?" She smoked a blunt on the way to the hospital she was about to perform while she was in labor, and smoked all the way to giving birth in a tweet. Then he really went off, adding, "My son. I didn't want to, but if she keeps slipping, I'm going to have to do what's best," he added. Wasn't healthy from birth because, according to him, she smoked, drank, and got into fights during her pregnancy. She couldn't relax for a month, and just when people thought things couldn't get any worse, Blueface posted a private medical image of the baby and talked about how my son looked, which made her worry about me and Lil Baby. "Fix your kid first." Blueface said, "It's my son. Therefore I can post anything I want." They were immediately disturbed by the message as well as the fact that he accepted criticism. "Will someone check me?" Not satisfied, he began yet another long diatribe declaring, "Baby still hasn't had the surgery. She's out here lying, saying, he's healthy while constantly talking about me. Fix our son first, then worry about your next man." He asked everyone to include Chrisean in his. To gather support from the internet, he even accused her of doing nose candy once more. Blueface claimed to have flown to Baltimore for what he thought was Junior's surgery, only to find out that the appointment had been missed. He tweeted, "I tried to keep it low, but she keeps pushing me. You're not fit to be a mom, missing appointments, pushing surgeries back, just to go out and party." Chrisean refuted all of that, saying Blueface was just. She firmly clapped back when she felt she was being careless in an attempt to take her son away. "He knows the appointment is scheduled with the surgeon already, and I've been going to every checkup in Baltimore. Don't play with me like I'm not showing up. You're trying to use this situation just to get my kid taken from me. I'm doing my best," she said. She told Blueface to concentrate on his own legal issues. reminding him that he still had a serious case pending and that his probation officer was still trying to lock him up. The internet wasn't buying it. They noted that she always shifted the blame when she was caught, and now she was attempting to persuade everyone that she was unable to move on because of some kind of soul tie she had with Blueface. Fans began to pay more attention, and many were beginning to see through the turmoil. But Chrisean began writing as if she was officially ending her relationship with Blueface. Fans were left wondering if she was changing her ways after she posted a statement on social media. She stated that having Junior was giving her a second shot at life, saying, "I don't want to rock no more. I don't want to be famous. I messed up. I should have stayed in school." She was clearly trying to separate all of her past pain and suffering from the one thing she insisted repeatedly that she prayed for her child and that she was prepared to let go, move on, and separate from things that no longer brought her peace. "Having a child won't stop me from getting my bag. It won't stop me from learning, loving, or putting time into myself. I don't need $1 from anybody to take care of this child. I'm blessed and highly favored. That's all that matters right now," she said. Finally, to top it all off, she assured everyone that she was ready to document her journey, with all of its highs and lows, and that she was committed to winning. She then disclosed that she was permanently severing her relationship with Blueface, claiming that the first step to her freedom was telling him no that day. But she didn't end there. She noted how hard it was to fully disconnect, posing the question, how can you cut off a soul tie? Despite her efforts, she admitted that she still felt like she was surrendering a piece of herself to a man who, "I nearly fell for this man's SMS message that I received today. For example, what am I doing at the moment?" She looked at Junior and realized she was now someone's mother, and she said, "Cut the selfish, immature mess out," expressing her confusion because she obviously didn't want anything to do with their child. She then sent Blueface a scathing message telling him to stop texting and calling her and to find someone else to bother. It was very emotional, and fans hoped she was finally waking up and prioritizing her son. But just when it seemed like she was taking things seriously, things started to change again, and not in a good way. Following that crazy Instagram live she did back in January, where she was defending tattooing Blueface's body, she said that his actions were dangerous and unclean, and that he should exercise caution before he got something he couldn't get rid of. The sound of Junior's crying in the background caught everyone's attention, but it wasn't just any baby's cry either. Something about it didn't sound right, and people started saying that his cry didn't fit the sound of a typical infant. Rather, it was as if something deeper was going on. The crying added to the chaos of the moment, and that's when people started to worry that maybe Junior was dealing with more serious issues than Christian had been letting on. That's what really got people talking. Besides, she wasn't in a hurry to calm people down.
In relations with Blue, we were still rough, on and off, whatever. Case may be. Alright, cool.
Fans, however, pointed out that Junior might be suffering from severe vision problems because in clip after clip, he was seen simply staring into space, not responding to movement or attempting to grab anything, unlike other babies his age. Although he was able to hold his head up, it still seemed like something wasn't adding up, and that's when things really took a turn for the worse.
Louisiana chicken pasta. And we got the baby mashed potatoes. Let's pray for the food. Look at his shirt too. It says Jesus.
Oh, that's great.
Baby. That's his name though. That's his middle name.
Jesus?
Yeah.
That's cool. Chrisean Jesus Malone. That's a famous name right there. Junior's gonna grow up to be.
But many were no longer buying it, so instead of tactfully resolving the issues or clearing the air, Christian immediately went on Instagram Live and became extremely defensive, claiming that her daughter was fine and acting as though people were being unjustly rude or curious.
We talking, walking, playing football, everything. Who is y'all to tell me what he diagnosed with, what he looked like, what he sound like? Y'all Y'all don't know nothing about God, and y'all don't know nothing about nothing. You talking to me like that. So I rebuke everything y'all saying about my child, to be honest. But I like this shit, bro.
When his first birthday arrived, unfortunately, things took an even more worrying turn. At his party, everyone noticed right away that Junior was not walking and wasn't even standing on his own. Chrisean tried to make it look like he was upright by holding him on her legs and angling him for the cameras. To be fair, not all children grow up quickly. Some take their time, and that's perfectly acceptable. But when you combine that with everything else, people have noticed the awkward crying, stiff body posture, and lack of eye contact. So it's not surprising that fans were taking this as yet another serious warning sign. But the biggest surprise was when one of the audience members realized that she was trying to make things look better than they actually were. Christian Janet's old friends joined the discussion and shared some startling information. She said that Christian wasn't simply ignoring warning signs, but was actively blocking others from helping Junior. Janet said that she tried to get him medical help, but Chrisean refused to acknowledge it and shut it down completely. To make things worse, Christian hasn't done anything to have Junior evaluated months after that birthday celebration, and she even went to an event with him recently. It was hard to watch, and for many, that moment just confirmed what they had been feeling deep down. Something is seriously wrong, and Christian is doing everything but facing the truth, and they put him on her hip. People saw the same thing again, despite the fact that he is now almost 2 years old. The boy could hardly hold his head steady, which is something you cannot ignore, and fans' worries are becoming louder. Fans are demanding that Christian be held accountable for what she did to that baby, pointing out that this is blatant neglect and asking why she hasn't been put in jail for it. Blueface's own mother, Carissa, has taken the initiative and put the blame squarely on Christian for what is happening with Junior. Some say she should be jailed for endangering the child, while others accuse her of avoiding CPS completely and point out that Junior isn't walking at his age, has trouble making eye contact, and doesn't acknowledge people like a typical toddler. All of which they say could have been avoided if Christian had taken her pregnancy more seriously. One user even wrote that baby, it's heartbreaking, but it's not going away. It never had a chance with the way she was abusing him before he was even born. Now, this is where things start to get serious, because there are rumors that Blueface may have even carried out the ultimate wildcard play while he was in jail. He allegedly filed a report while in a detention cell, which has now led to a formal call to CPS and a child endangerment report for Chrisean. Despite the story, not everyone is giving Blueface credit. Many people think he's acting out of resentment, rather than compassion, believing he's using CPS to seek revenge because Christian finally moved on with someone else. A real investigation into Chrisean's parenting has, to be honest, everyone talking because it's not just fan speculation anymore. It might be the start of Chrisean's actual legal issues. I wanted to know if you think Blueface is being messy and petty, or if he is finally doing something right, even if it's for the wrong reasons. If the neglect claims turn out to be true, should Christian be held accountable? Back at her, leaving us with two messy realities. One that a baby may not be receiving the care he needs, and another that his parents are too busy playing toxic games to act on his behalf. Please remember to press the bell, like, and subscribe, and leave a comment below to make sure you don't miss the next in-depth look.